Welcome back to the Company of Heroes tournament presented by me, Inuki. In case you've forgotten, this is the final round one match of the entire tournament. We have Stzefenfu as the allies, Aljaz as the Axis, Wehrmacht on the south. Ding ding, that is it. Round 4 or round 1 as I call it, I don't know, whichever way you want to look at it. It's very confusing for me as well. But have fun, good luck, that's all that matters. Great sportsmanship at the start, although some insults would have been nice just for a little bit of flavor. Now, pretty much this is how it's going to go now from this tournament, this match onwards. The winner of this match will go on to fight DevM. Then the winner of that match goes on to fight Korean Army, and the winner of that match goes and fights Siberian Platoon in the final. And evidently, you know, the person that wins that match wins the whole tournament, gets a big lump sum of money, which they can use to, I believe, purchase goods and services. Something along those lines, I don't know. I'm a bit confused on that aspect of the tournament, but it's going to involve battling, it's going to involve bloodshed, and it's going to involve very competitive scenes. So, without further ado, I need to do quick shout-outs to Company of Heroes 2. Oh, actually, it's CoH2, just CoH2.org. There is some epic stuff going down on there at the moment. As in, it's a whole new website, a whole new place for communities to come together. There is, in fact, great use of that if you've got a player in this tournament which you have kind of grown to love. They've caught your eye in some way. You've seen something that they do and you love it. There is a fan club or Falcon Club subsection in the forums. Go over to the forums. You can post some stuff that you like. You can even do the timestamp markers on YouTube to link them to the parts of the tournament that you liked from them. That would be epic. That would send viewers my way as well. I have a post there as well. Someone's managed to nicely put a little... They called me eccentric! How very dare they! But regardless, let's come back to the game now. So there is a whole fan club there. You can go check it out. There it is in the description link too. So, we had a Jeep come out of here, and by the way, you notice that it came down here and scouted around here. There are no Pioneers down here. That's what that Jeep intended to do, but there are no Pioneers there. It can't do that. We have a motorcycle out here as well that is prowling around trying to nudge someone. Oh yeah, by the way, does this have nudge bars on it? It kind of does. Not so much, but I've always found it peculiar. And my friend mentioned this to me, that the bars on the front of cars, and I've been told off for, not talking about Company of Heroes stuff. How dare me again, Inuki! Yada yada yada. We're having fun here. That's all that matters. But the nudge bars on cars, why are they... I get you can nudge them at 5 miles per hour, but if you run someone over at 60 and just say, well, I was just simply nudging him out the way, I think that's a perfectly viable explanation in my defense. So, you know, there we go. The Jeep, in fact, can nudge people around the flag points and be generally annoying. We have an MG setting down, however, which is thwarting Stzefenfu's Jeep very, very much. And you'll notice that the common tactic, again, in effect, Germans storm up here, defend this area, move across to the right into the center, and then will we see something very common or unusual indeed? No, they're going to move over to the far right now and try and protect this. They've got heavy cover here, which will be negated by that Jeep, by the way. The heavy machine gun setting down yet again, giving some coverage. I don't believe it can hit that Jeep, but it will fire at these guys over here, who have the tiniest bit of foot cover. The soul of any rifleman is in their toe. The motorcycle also doing something very similar. It's helping out and supporting. Pioneers moving back to capture. I don't know what this engineer squad wants to do back here, but they will high-five their fellow Pioneer comrades over there. Jeep getting some bullets in there. The motorcycle. Only one window here, by the way. Not the greatest position for Stzefenfu to be in, but he held out for as long as he can. He's still losing out on some of this territory, but holding it for just long enough to gain quite a decent amount of fuel, by the way. This is linked up, so +5 there, +16 there. The Jeep goes down, however. The guy is catapulted into the sky. MG setting up again. Also, it looks like Aljaz is really on top of his game, constantly flipping and turning this MG42 right around, baby, right round, making sure we suppress those guys wherever they come from. Sending some pioneers to go recapture all of that territory, which we hardly had in the first place, but don't leave it to your opponents. We'll get this one as well, which will decap all of this fuel very quickly, and we need that too to actually get that fuel. Engagement still going off in the back there as the Riflemen and Volks fight it out behind here. I don't believe there's too much heavy cover here that this Volk squad can get, but certainly, like, at least those two guys are benefiting. Double Volks there, however, and now Stzefenfu is going to have to focus elsewhere. He can't keep relentlessly assaulting the areas where the Axis forces are, and he is sort of scattering up his infantry. We got engineers moving at this angle, double riflemen close together. Fantastic mine placed down there from Aljaz. I loved it very much. And an MG covering this point. The engineers. Oh, Stzefenfu, do not forget about your friends. Friends, Stzefenfu. Do we want friends? Do we like friends? Oh, we like friends. Okay, we don't care about those guys. In fact, those guys told me early on in the game that if they were going to be fired upon by an MG42, that's okay. They were willing to take many bullets to the chest for an MG42. That's fine, so don't worry. Those they agree to the terms of service. We have sort of a separation here. We've got some units over here on the left and right for Stzefenfu, but no coordination between the two. Sure, they're burning a hell of a lot of guys, however, making those much weaker in the next coming engagement between them and the Riflemen. But so is that Rifleman squad, and by God, is that going to be focused down by those Volks if they catch a glimpse of them. But the motorcycle is going to be seeing these guys and even try and take them out by itself. It could be 4 kills here for the motorcycle. That would be very pleasing. I would be massively in awe if that is the case. The motorcycle with 2 kills so far can't push these guys out of heavy cover, however. They are... Oh, really? You're gonna try and negate that cover, however, from the side? Okay, we can live with that. MG sits down yet again. Aljaz constantly moving right around the map, maybe leaving this motorcycle a bit too late now. It could be picked off by this Rifleman squad, but they're taking a lot of fire. There's 2 Volk squad and an MG here. The bike crawling away. Stzefenfu not bringing in any of his engineers. Triple engineers, hammer blow, flamethrower canister time. So I bet you that this is going to be a triple flamethrower. It just seems likely the case, but we need a minesweeper. We saw mines earlier. We want a minesweeper. It's just, it makes sense to me. It makes total, utter sense. However, the Volks have moved up, still supported by the MG42. Greyhound is out here, as expected. We had lots of fuel, so it was definitely... we got the 50 cal upgrading there. Going to be the case that we're going to see an early motor pool or tank factory, but not enough for a tank factory, so yeah, safe bet with the motor pool. We can get anti-tank guns out there if we need to. It's always a great bet to just go for a motor pool. You'll be safe, you'll be fine, you'll be randy. You don't have to end it quickly. It'll be a bit longer than usual, but it's safe, and that's what we like. The Pioneers over on the right for Aljaz moving up now to go capture the leftover territories that... it's diminishing for Stzefenfu. There's a lot less territory happening for him now, but he is moving further up on this side of the map. And I believe, yeah, you can see Aljaz is still hanging around very close in a tight, packed formation, bringing out a Pack 38 as well. Definitely a sound choice because of that Greyhound on the field, no doubt about that, which is rocking over some telephone posts now. The Pioneers over there are retreating, giving some time for actually the other Pioneers to capture the other fuel point. So whilst that happens over in the background, the Riflemen are trying to escape behind the train. Ain't gonna happen though, they've already been suppressed. The Volks can give chase and easily pick that up. Flamethrower engineers finding themselves in MG, completely unsupported, however. Like, you can't just have an MG by itself, unfortunately. They don't really work too well. Unless it's a big choke point, which Sturfstorf doesn't kind of do. There are a few choke points, but they're very up in the base ends of the map. So you have to really go so far. Oh, long-range Panzerfaust into that Greyhound. That was superb. The MG turning round yet again. Focus fire on the Flame Engineers. Even the bike wants to have some participation in this. Not destroying the bike, however. No conviction at all. Maybe these engineers want to turn around and just burn that bike. Look, it's being delivered to you. Look, om nom nom, turn round, fire. That would be awesome. The MG42, the two guys back there also supporting. They were actually somewhat of a help there. So, engineers with minesweepers, yes! We like them so much. Are moving round to the left and capturing all this territory. Whilst that battle occurred, the Greyhound managed to escape. By Lord, that is good news for Stzefenfu. We don't want that to be destroyed. The Pak-38, though, is going to go hidden. Pack, crouching. Oh my god, that will destroy me in 2 to 3 shots. So, better beware of that. We need our infantry to be spot on perfect when engaging now. We need to find out where that pack is. And maybe airborne would be a great role to do with that. Airborne gives you the recon run. The recon run, only 50 munitions, and you'll be able to find any stealth units on the field. That includes Goliaths as well, guys. Not that you would tend to use it for a Goliath, but hey, you never know. There's going to be one of those games. Heck yeah. So, still no doctrine choice, however. Still not one at all. But I believe airborne would be a nice bet. Although, we'll go Rangers because there's a Puma on the field. Though we don't know the Puma's on the field. But still, infantry is a sound doctrine. The Rangers being called in as well. This engagement looking great, but not so great now for Stzefenfu as the Puma racks itself up into the battlefield. No bars, no stickies, I would assume, for the riflemen just yet. But the Greyhound can work against the Puma, whereas the Pak-38 is not there. It's still hanging out on the right now. Perhaps the Puma can lure that Greyhound into the sights of the Pak-38. That would be a sound tactic that I believe Aljaz is very much capable of. Aljaz is a strong, committed player. The Rangers are here, however, now going to get some long-range shots, missing by quite a few rods, but don't worry, the second shot does manage to impact and does a considerable amount of damage. There goes the fire up. We are going to give chase, moving up to the next bit of cover-to-cover movement. This is what it's all about, guys. And then, okay, we'll just sacrifice the motorcycle. The motorcycle, I'm sure, can do something here. Dodging that rocket elegantly. Absolutely epic there. One final shot. Oh, look at that. It just sweeps to the right there. Incoming a Stug. Now, this is a good reason to have airborne now. Airborne, fantastic against tanks. That motorcycle just too close. Spinning that MG42 up in the sky. But, like, if your infantry play is strong, you don't have to worry about enemy infantry too much. You don't necessarily need Rangers and Thompsons. But you can just work with bars on that one. However, we're going to see how Stzefenfu wants to do this with his infantry doctrine. Also remember the strafing run, absolutely fantastic against infantry as well. So yeah, riflemen with bars ain't going to do it alone. They will have air support at their beck and whim. Look at this perfect strafable tiger right now. Doesn't it look delicious? Although we wouldn't have strafe this early on in the game. We are only at the 13-minute mark. It would take a lot of killing to get that up, and also would have to directly go for it too. Tends to be the case with airborne. Oh, great mine there for the Puma to actually land itself into, but nothing to go pick up upon it. The Greyhound, if it was fast enough, might be able to pick off a shot on that, but it would need 2, perhaps 3, depending on how unlucky it was. I don't know, the timing on that for the Stug to arrive there, the Pak-38 to rearrange itself. It's risky, certainly doable. Oh, the Rangers, in fact, much better choice. Much better choice to bring in the Rangers. They are not going to be affected by the Pak-38 at all. They sprint up, they fire up, they get themselves in the building. They can use these windows. And we're going to see some window shots now. I hear a Nebel firing, and you know where that Nebel is going to land, right? I certainly pickle well do. It's over here, where this is the heart and soul of Stzefenfu's base. By the way, the Puma is, yeah, we actually arrived back in time to see the Puma die, so absolutely awesome. But really, that Nebel should have fired on there. I mean, if it just scared him away, it might have done that. It would have been great. There was nothing to have gained upon firing it here apart from the reinforcements, which are a bit late. We've got an anti-tank gun here as well. That's going to be awesome against the Stug. We can find great positions for that as well. Like, this map lends itself well to AT guns, I feel, in my personal experience of some games that I have played on Stzefenfu. There are so many buildings you can hide behind, and you just bring it out when you need it. You can block shots and fire, cover it by MG so easily. That Stug is doing a number on the Rangers inside that house, which have upgraded to Thompsons. The Stug, realizing now that there is an AT gun back there, gonna hit it right in the front. One more shot, however, perhaps. Oh, there we go. Terror Doctrine is the choice for Aljaz, forcing a retreat on that rifleman, meaning that it cannot move round and sticky this up. The MG sets itself back down to look upon the rifleman capturing the strategic point in the center of the map. Stzefenfu still needs to capture quite a bit of territory to get ahead at the moment, and his victory point lead is no victory point lead at all. It's 131 to 500, maximum amount of points for Aljaz. There goes the Neville yet again down here, but it doesn't thwart the capturing of the strategic point. Damn. That's all I have to say on that one. The fuel is being recaptured. We much need that for our... Ooh, we got a Greyhound at rank 1 veterancy. Yes, we're going to get our supply upgrade now too. Over in the base, we know that there's a Sturm Armory down. In fact, we pretty much predicted all of this stuff. Stug out needs some repairs now. I really believe the Stug should back out a bit more. Even the Greyhound could have a bash at that one. Although, bear in mind there's still a Pack 38 there. Don't really want to do that. We kind of lose a squad there. I think losing squads is bad in this game. Don't tell Stzefenfu that, though. Would give away his pro strategies of, like, trying to make it seem like he's doing badly, to make his player overconfident, overbold, and overcommit into the enemy base, do a base rush and lose all of his stuff. That's how I'm feeling right now. But no. Got to give it to Stzefenfu. He has pushed out into the middle. He has made the Axis front line move back. It's now like a back line. The Rangers are still here to play, however, not fully reinforced, but don't you worry. They're more than enough, taking out a Volk squad with 11 kills. No infantry kills so far. That will change. Did we just run into a mine? I believe we did. Either that or the Rangers have gained like psychokinetic powers of the mind, where they just blow up the sand and... It's not sand, it's grass. Well, they turn it to sand and then they blow it up. It's obviously... duh. The Puma here is going to fight this Ranger squad, which I think is kind of interesting, but completely doable. There's only 3 Rangers left. 2 Rangers left. Gonna go fire that bazooka, then retreat along with the flamethrower squad. The Greyhound is sweeping around now. Avoid the mines, if there are any. There does seem to be some friendly mines here, in fact, from Stzefenfu. No, it's not over. Don't shoot. Go away. Ow. Puma now needs to back out of there. It's going to retreat into the lines of the Stug, which, again, something that not most players think about doing, is they should retreat into safe things rather than always retreat back to base. Running straight over the mine there, the Greyhound has the laugh. But then the AT gun shows up and is adding to that laugh, so there's some chorus effect laugh going on. In fact, the Greyhound's going to play with this. Main gun damage, go Greyhound! Oh, come on, stick around for a bit longer, Greyhound. The front shots ain't going to work, but look at the like bouncy that Stug. It's like... Oh my god, Greyhound, it's so powerful. But we're deflected in any case. The Greyhound doesn't want to stick around for any longer, however, because we're kind of low on health. Oh yeah, picking off another Volks as we retreat round. This is about the safest place we can go to. However, hold your horses, guys. If the Greyhound chooses to go in that direction, it may be Panzerfausted, but it looks like there is no chase being given here. I think even the Stug could have kind of played with this if it just had its cannon. But no repairs going down on it just yet. Definitely make use of a repair bunker. That would be mighty fine. Maybe the Neville is going to try and... yeah, it gets the AT gun back there. That's its goal. Damaged engine now for the Greyhound. This is not looking good. What have we got back here, by the way? Double Pumas now receiving repairs from Pioneers. Over in the center, just a Pack 38 and the Stug. Yeah, this might be the end for you. I'm sorry, kind sir Greyhound with 13 kills. I shall salute you. Playback over, GG. It's never going to get that Greyhound. Stzefenfu loses this game.